son of a biscuit with gravy all over it. I'm up. I got my hot tea and I'm ready to rock. Lord, alrighty. I got a list of things I got to do today, as well as other things, but we're gonna get them done. I've gotta go to Lowe's again. I swear. As most people that are building these vans, even some of you, between Lowe's, Harbor Freight, and Walmart, we should be getting best customer plaques or trophies or awards, or if there's a Grammy or an Oscar award for shopping there, it'll be for this. Believe it. But anyway, I gotta go get the hex bolts and the carriage bolts and off the bed frame and figure that out. Gotta go back where I left all that metal in my dad's garage. I need to go do a little measuring and put my thinking cap on that. And I believe on some of that stuff with these bolting the cabinets in the wall and the bed frame, I need to get some Loctite. Someone had mentioned that you might want to use a little Loctite on that so they don't slip back on you. Apparently that stuff works pretty well. Mechanics use it a lot. I'm not real experienced on that, but I'm fixing to be, that's for sure. But anyway, gotta get that. Let's see, the wool's ordered. I don't know. I know I need to start on the first layer of that thermal barrier insulation for the surface of the vehicle before we put the wool in. So that's going to be on the, as I said yesterday, the template is done for the floor. We got that out of the way. I can check that off my list. And like I also said, I hope and pray everything else in this van goes that smooth. So we shall see. We shall see here, my friends. And I'm gonna just post throughout the day stuff. You know, I've got my GoPro camera and I've got a little tiny tripod, but it actually, I discovered, I was talking the other day about it, it actually is taller than I thought. I think it's a little over 3.5, 4 feet tall, which is weird for something that doesn't even look like, all it looks like is a hand tripod. I got it on Amazon. It's so cool. I just need to find an attachment for that or some sort of one similar for my cell phone, and I'm good. You know, that'd be cool. But I want to see if I can do a time lapse, maybe, or just have some footage. Have that just sitting there recording. So, but anyway, as I go on with this process, I'll show you a little bit what I'm doing. It'll be cool, and keep you posted. Okay, so I've got my flooring. I got some vinyl plank. It's called a Tybee Island Oak. It looks real cool. So I've got that. I've got to go get the van, go back to pick it up, and I've got to get some plywood, so we'll get that cut. I got to do the measuring real quick, but hadn't gotten started on insulation yet. Been doing other things all day, rounding things up, so busy. But anyway, got that done. Gonna look through some things. The vent fan came in today and some of those supplies. Wool is on the way. Got that confirmed. It'll probably be here in 3 or 4 days. And this is coming together. Clancy's ready to, some point this week, to start cutting, getting the floor down. And sorry about my hand in the way. And getting all that done. So we will get that done and keep you posted. I'm about to get on my dang paint suit here after this van warms up. I hadn't done anything all day except rounding stuff up. I bought my flooring. I bought my flooring. Let's see, what else did I get? A bunch of stuff. I got carriage bolts for the bed frame, flooring. Which the flooring's kind of cool. I think I said it earlier. It's going to be a, what they call a Tybee Island Oak. So, yeah, this hat's making me look like damn Mario from Donkey Kong or the Mario Brothers. It was $1 at Lowe's. Why not just get it? Hell, so we're going to do a little bit of this. Now I look like I'm working at the bakery, which is kind of cool. Sorry about that. My damn hand's in front of the counter. Because I don't have my tripod with me. I do, however, have my... speaking of that, I've got my GoPro. I need to set that puppy up and maybe do a little video of what I'm doing. But I need to get it started so I know what the hell I'm doing before we do any of this stuff. So, be it that it may, I'm going to jump this little Tyvek jumpsuit on because I don't want that 3M stuff getting sticky stuff all over my clothing. And, well, you know, I ain't got much hair on my damn head anyway, but whatever's left there, we don't want it in my hair. What, you know, could be if it gets in there, whatever. I'll shave it bald. It ain't the first time that I'd be doing it, so why not? So anyway, I'm going to go get started on this. I'll see if I can set up maybe some video of what I'm doing as soon as I figure out what the hell I am going to do, because this installation process is probably going to be every bit of what I've heard it's going to be a pain in the ass. But then again, it's everything you make it. So if everything goes as smooth as I did on this template last night, we'll be in good shape. So I was going to take this plywood and all this to my dad's. I'm like, you know, I'm not taking it to my dad's, unload it, have to load it back in here and go over to my buddy Clancy's, who's going to help me do this. So I'll work around this stuff. The walls are here, they're not down here. So ceiling's up here, and that's a whole other story. So anyway, I will be back at you. What's up? I look like I'm about to clean up a damn crime scene here or something. Look at this. I got my like I got a badge. It's official Tyvek. Gotta represent. Yeah, this is what's happening right here now. And we will, as soon as I can figure out how the hell to extend this, it's about as tall as this thing's getting. So we're gonna set this right here. And I don't know what kind of video footage I'm getting. How about this? How about that? Yeah, see? Right there. Don't fall. Damn. Woo, gotta be careful not to get anything on that camera. This stuff is nasty. Well, anyway, it ain't perfect and it's not gonna be. We'll cut the rough edges, but wool is going over the top of this. Now, I got all this. But we've got wool and things down in the center here, and then we'll cover that up with this. So whatever that may be, we'll get it covered up. But we're getting off to a good start with this. I think it'll work. We shall see. I'm just having to try to get this stuff rolled on. This stuff don't work too bad. I'm using Gorilla Spray adhesive. I've got the 3M, but I wanted to use this to see if it works. Hey, it works. I've heard it has, so we shall see. Alrighty, I got some stuff accomplished. As you see, I got started on that installation, and I got about less than half. So tomorrow I gotta pop those lower panels, and I gotta do that, and some other places. The trickiest part here, excuse me, I had stuff on my hands. The trickiest part is going to be that ceiling, but we'll get it. You know, it's just that damn spray adhesive. Spraying it, and you don't want it falling all over you. That's why I wear that hat like I did. So that was a dollar well spent, actually. So I will say that. I don't give a damn what it makes me look like. It serves a purpose. That's all that matters. But anyway, it's late as hell. I've got to get a shower and hit the sack. And I will continue this tomorrow. We'll get this insulation done. This is the hardest part of the installation. Well, so I think. I'm seeing videos where hanging this dang wool is going to be a little... Some of these guys are using string to do it, but I think I might just take the batting and either that adhesive or some double-sided tape. Didn't have to use that double-sided tape on the other, so I don't even know. I mean, I may not even need that double-sided tape, but we have it. Anyway, I'm out. We'll see you guys tomorrow, or whenever I get done with this. You'll see the finished product. Be cool. Bye. What's up? Day 2 of insulation. Gotta get myself going here today. Oh, luckily I'm not sore. One thing I know I need to do is stretch. Because I'm not used to all this stuff. Get myself stretched and so I don't pull something and I'm not sore for a week. But anyway, I'm gonna have to take this thing and pull it to my dad's driveway and do the rest of the insulation there, because I've got to pull some things out. Thought I could keep that plywood in there, and I can't really do that. So, but anyway, we're gonna continue on with that, and we'll show you the finished product when that comes about. Definitely show the finished product. And wool should be in verse of the week, Monday, Tuesday. I think they're saying Monday. That's the last update I got. So, and we're on it. We'll let you know when it's done and keep you posted. All right, so as you can see, I got all this upper part done and all this. Now all the extra stuff will be trimmed later. I'll do that right when we're doing the wool and putting the panels on, but I got to get these bottom panels off, and I got to get all that put up under there. As well as when I label these bottom panels, we put them back on after we get the wool in. The ceiling, that's going to be another feat. So still got to figure out down the road how we're going to do that paneling right there in regards to that switch, but that's down the road. It has nothing to do with now. Just want to get this thing insulated so we can get that done and have everything access. So I've got little pockets like in the top of my sliding door up there and the top of these doors in the back. So we'll get them. And that's where I'm at with this on day 2 of insulation. Indeed. So I'm sitting here still late working, and I'm waiting for the Amazon guy to bring the other roll of the thermo liner. And is this already this late? I think he's gonna put it off till tomorrow. They love doing that. And I don't think that's gonna happen. However, I've got enough to get the ceiling done, so still rocking and rolling. Okay, on day 2 of insulation, didn't get 100% the verse part of the insulation done like I wanted. Wool is coming in Monday. We got that. I still have a couple of sections on the ceiling to do, and some where the back doors and the foil is done. The only thing I have left is a ton. I'll have plenty left when that roll comes tomorrow. Damn, Amazon left me hanging today, but it happens. But when that roll comes tomorrow, we'll be able to finish up that foil. And then I'm at a stopping point until Monday, so this wool comes in. So we get the wool and put the panels back in next week here. Clancy and I will get the floor and the vent fan, and then he and I will start working on the walls. And right before that, I will work on running the wire from where the lights will be and the switches. And other than that, everything else will be inside the RV behind the shelving. So, like I said, way back, I've learned that you really don't want to bury wire in the back of the walls and these things, but they'll be partially behind the wall where the lights are. They'll go down and go to where I'll have maybe a conduit or some sort of a Velcro bundle of that marine wire on the floor, the base behind the cabinets, out of the way. That way, if something happens, I can get to it. It's not really that hard a deal to do. Like I said, this thing is going to be built really cool, and it's going to be built where, one, God forbid something happens to it, I can get everything out of that RV. 2, it's going to be where I can reconfigure if I need to. That's why I'm putting, somewhere before we get the walls in, I'm going to be putting, all those plus nuts in there. The plus nuts themselves, I've got the tool. They're not coming in till, what's the 24th? Sometime either this week or first of the week. But when the plus nuts come in, we'll get those bolted in. That way I'll have 2-inch hex bolts. We'll be able to get them locked in, everything bolted. That means cabinets and all. What I get from IKEA and everything I do, drill a 5/16 hole, 5/16 hole, and bolt them in, man. Everything's going to be there. So what's going to determine everything else is when the bed gets built. That's another stage. That'll be built right after we get the floor, because we're going to determine the walls. And then when I get the desk space, everything else will fall into place. So it's just kind of one thing at a time, It's insulating that thermal liner, and I was like, I insulated right over the back area where the vent fan is going, so I had to pull that down, and I luckily got it down quick enough and move it and have that area just for that. I'll save some foil and some wool for that area around the fan, and we'll be good. So, it's the small stuff. There's a couple of edges and corners around the sliding door. How we're gonna have to get wall paneling in there, it's gonna get a little tricky. I need to go back and look at some of these YouTube videos and see who's doing what in those parts. And it can be done. It's gonna be very cool. So anyway, it's late. I want to chill out, and I'll keep you posted on this until the next video. Be cool. I'm out. Okay, as you can see, I got all these walls done here. I got a little tiny bit of stuff on the door. Everything over here is covered. I just got to do the ceiling, and that's going to be the trickiest of it all when I say that. But once I get done this, the wool's going in, and that comes in Monday. In the meantime, we'll probably be getting the floor done. That floor take a little time, and vent fan that's going back over there. So I figured out on the not having to put a furring strip right here, we're gonna tack the ceiling panel to this right here, because that's your frame strip. So either I'll just screw it over this, but I got to bring this down to bring the headliner down and bring wool in there and look around. And other than that, we'll be in good shape. A little bit of there and up in there. All right, day 3 of insulation. Just a little last bit that we're going to be finishing up here. It's not all the insulation. Let me correct that. It's day 3 of insulation phase 1, so of the foil insulation. Wool comes in Monday. Sometime Monday afternoon, we'll have the wool in here. I'm kind of hoping maybe this adhesive, this Gorilla adhesive, can tack it up, but if not, I don't mind. I've seen crisscrossing vinyl string, and I'm good with that. I can get that in. Right now, I've just been kind of figuring out the exact wall and ceiling panels, and I already know what I've got to do for that. I'm going to have to use the 1/8 inch and the 1/4 inch plywood. It's going to be the 1/8 inch on the small stuff in the ceiling, and it's going to be 1/4 inch on the walls. I got to paint, but hey, it is what it is. It could be worse. So we're just going to prime these panels, and I'm going to do a good 2 coats of a nice high gloss eggshell white. It'll clean great, and it should cover all the grainy part of the panels. But then again, I'm not even worried about that. It'll be done very nicely. Nicely done, as they put it. I can't even talk, I'm sorry. But, the 1/8 inch will work great, and I found some of that at Home Depot for these here. It'll be great for a lot of this stuff here. It'll be great for a lot of this stuff that's going to be detail over here in this inset right here above the door. So, because it's flexible, it's made to do that. So, but anyway, I'm going to get this done. We'll wrap up getting this video posted for insulation part 1, and then we get the wool. We'll do a video on that. So, all right, until then.